I think this was the first time that we saw Khaos Williams really just kind of struggle in a fight. You know what I mean? Really just be frustrated and not know what to do, because his power when he hits you is different. And he dropped Randy Brown. He had him in real trouble. But Randy Brown is too big, too long. You know, he was hitting him where Khaos couldn't hit him back. And I think that Khaos Williams is going to learn a lot from this fight, man, because this was the moment. Get elevated to the main card, even though you were supposed to be a featured prelim. You could have knocked out or defeated one of those dudes who has been around for a long time, who a lot of people see a lot of potential in Randy Brown. You could have taken all that momentum, all that fame, all that popularity, and all that potential, and you could have put it on your own name. Instead, you got to go back to the drawing board, which is okay. What did you make of the fight?
Yeah, man, it was interesting because Chaos did struggle a lot, man. This was I thought this was a lot closer of a fight than a lot of other people I talked to about it, man. Where we did see Chaos struggle, but I think what you said is correct, Derek. Randy Brown was bigger, he was longer, but the one thing I noticed as well, he was faster. He was in there, he was getting his shots off before Chaos could even think about either what he's going to do against these strikes, or even see the strikes coming in and shoot up for his own strikes. So it was weird to see Chaos struggle with that, because he's usually the bulldog. He's usually the guy going in forward and kind of controlling the fight. But man, Randy Brown was flowing, man. He was looking good in some of those. And it really, I mean, as close a fight as this one can be, I had it the same, Randy Brown, just by a slight margin for me. But good fight, man. A good one to open up, but a sad one that neither fighter was really able to capitalize on. So the big opportunity, it was such a close fight that no one really gained too much. But they also didn't lose too much. So I guess it's the best of both worlds, kind of.
Yeah, it was kind of a wash, honestly. But Khaos Williams, there was one opening that I saw on Randy Brown that he kept doing time and time again. I'm like, you can't do this in an MMA fight. Randy Brown would jab, and then he would duck off to his right every time. Duck off to his right, duck off to his right. And his corner was even like, I think it was Dean Thomas. He was like, you need to throw that left high kick to get him to start thinking like, oh, I can't duck off over there. You know what I mean? Because if I do, he's going to catch me with that. He's going to be a little more paralyzed, a little more stationary. You're going to be able to open up your strikes a little bit more. The big thing, though, is Khaos Williams, it's not like he wasn't trying, bro. 246 attempted strikes. He was only able to land 96. So he got outstruck by Randy Brown, who landed 103 out of only 188. So Randy Brown was just clearly the more efficient dude. Khaos was trying, bro. He was swinging. He was just, I think the reach was a factor. Even though the reach was on 1 inch difference on paper, in the fight, it seemed like it was a ridiculous. I mean, the limbs of Randy Brown is just phenomenal. It's so long. This dude is like Dalsim from Street Fighter, where he's just hitting you from across the fucking thing, and you can't even do anything about it. But either way, the experience, I think, played a factor. The length, the frame of Rude Boy Randy Brown. I mean, he got another one, and I'm not going to lie to you, man, when he was talking to Uncle Dana after, talking about like, oh, Dana, I've been around since Dana White's looking for a fight. I'm growing, da-da-da-da-da. Dana seemed like he wasn't really too pleased with how the fight went down. Maybe he didn't think he won. I don't know. But in terms of a wash, yeah, man, I think nobody's stock grew. Nobody lost. This was a good fight. My last question before we move on to a little bit of a prelim pour-over, AJ, man, do you think that Khaos Williams, I mean, what is the potential for him? You know what I mean? Like, where do you see him going? Especially rebounding from this loss, he's going to have to make up ground to get back to where he was today. So where do you see the cap being for Khaos Williams, who I think has a lot of potential in this fight game?
Yeah, I agree with you. He still has a lot of potential, man. It really depends on how he bounces back from this fight, because Randy Brown is one of those 170ers that you're going to see him again. If Khaos Williams wants to advance in the 170-pound division, he's either going to see Randy Brown again or somebody just like Randy Brown, man. And I'm pulling up the top 15 right now just to see, because there's a lot of those strikers in there, man. You want to get up to the top. You got the Leon Edwards, these dudes that can wrestle as well as they're long and lengthy. There's a lot of ones that hit hard, man. Even if you go all the way down to like Stephen Thompson, these dudes are strict, man, or slick and move fast and have long length. So how far can Khaos Williams go if he learns well from this and learns how to beat a fighter like Randy Brown? I think he can go real far, man. I'm saying, top 10 right now, at least if he gets better than this in the highest. Maybe there's a little bit higher than that, but I can see a nice top 10 if this dude really comes back. What about you?
Well, I'm not going to be too optimistic here, but I'm going to play the safe bet. I do think that Khaos Williams will absolutely be a top 15 fighter. I'll just leave it at that. I think he will absolutely be a top 15 fighter. He's number 23 right now in Tapology rankings, but I think that he will solidify his place in that top 15 as a dude who is like, if you're top 15, if you're top 10, top 15 in your division, you're arguably a master at your sport. So I think Khaos Williams, he's up there. He just got just little adjustments, little adjustments. That's it.